board of the Suriname Futsal Association. He is also a youth trainer for the same organization. Mike started working at Telesur in 1995 as a purchasing officer. During his career at Telesur, he held various management positions, such as manager Internet and Multimedia Services, manager Telesur the Netherlands, and manager Corporate Strategy. In retrospect, all these experiences turned out to be a silent preparation for his appointment as CEO in June of 2018. In January of the next year, 2019, Mike was elected vice chairman of the board of Kanto. Mike strongly believes in the benefits of lifelong learning, and therefore continues to acquire formal and informal knowledge and education. He is currently studying Master in Telecommunications Management at Arden University in London. Ladies and gentlemen, may I please ask you to help me welcome the Vice Chairman and CEO of Telesur, Mike Antonius.
I have observed the established protocol. Honorable delegates, distinguished guests, good morning. I hope you had a good rest after the festivities of last night. We tried to entertain you as much as possible and give you a taste of our variety in Suriname, and we're looking forward to top it up this evening a little bit, just a little bit. Good. I will have some support with my presentation today, and later on I will introduce Kiran Shong, who will participate in this presentation as well. If you ask me, the pandemic was a stress test to see how solid our digital ecosystem in the Caribbean is. And now that we have survived the critical stage of the pandemic, we have a lot of work to do. Let's not fall asleep. Let's not fall asleep when it comes to digital transformation. Digital transformation cannot be just lip service. It needs execution. It needs focus. We must continue to work on improving our digital ecosystem. So it starts with ourselves, and therefore committing ourselves to it. Today, I will share with you our journey within Telesur regarding digital transformation. And all of us, we have our own journeys. And since Kanto is a safe space, as I mentioned again last night, I will share some insights that maybe some of us would think, hey, I would not share it. But, you know, sharing, they say sharing is caring, but okay. I'm sharing this just to be transparent, and we know for ourselves where our weaknesses are. The most important thing is, what are we going to do about it? Okay, so we started this journey with the end in mind. What do you want to become? We know that we're not a trusted digital communication service partner yet. I think we are now more something of a classical telecom operator. And we need to perform in a world-class way like the World Cup, Lisa. We need to perform in this digital age on a world-class level. So we started this journey with the end in mind. This is what we want to become. But how are we going to get there? First of all, before we put this down on paper about what we want to become, we had this project in 2018 that we were executing, and I mentioned it sometimes during Kanto conferences about our national broadband project. And we didn't want to just implement a project for just rolling out fiber and do not have a bigger picture on what we're implementing. So my strategy department was looking at ways on how we can link this up to a bigger picture. So they developed this vision, which we call the e-Suriname vision, and this was 2017. It's about securing our digital future. I have presented this several times, and please don't get bored. I try to give several insights when I do this because I also try to keep focus. As I mentioned before, digital transformation, it is not something of lip service. We need to execute it. We need to be focused on it, so we cannot be distracted from it. So every time I will use this. Please don't get bored. So in the middle, you have the blue and yellow colors, which represent the company of Telesur, and you can imagine all type of surfaces, put an E in front of it, and you get a digital ecosystem. And later on today, not later on today, in a few moments, Kiran will join me, and we will go more into depth when it comes to e-payments. Because what we have seen, especially in Suriname and also in other Caribbean islands, is that the e-payment systems are not very solid. I know for sure in Suriname, we have big challenges with that. And we have a partnership with the Southern Commercial Bank. We established a company called Uni5 Pay to put our money where our mouth is and to invest in this e-service so that this e-service, in my opinion, is the gasoline to get the digital ecosystem moving forward. So I will not go into that right now because that is Kiran's part. In the end, the digital ecosystem must result in enriching lives, which you will see on the left side of the screen. So the National Broadband Project was something we implemented before the pandemic. Lucky for us, because if we did not implement this project, by the time of the pandemic, you know, I mentioned it was a stress test, then it would be very, very hard for us. It was hard already, but then it would have been worse. So we rolled out around 260 kilometers of aerial fiber. By the way, please feel free in the breaks to visit the booth outside with our partner UCC, where you can see a lot of details regarding aerial fiber. Very interesting, and I invite you to visit our booth. Together with the 260 kilometers of aerial fiber, we also installed 253 MSAN. Okay, I cannot really translate that part, but these are the small cabins close to the roads. And these cabins, they assist us in offering higher speeds to our customers for the part of fiber to the curb. We rolled out aerial fiber especially in the brown fields, fiber to the curb, and in the green fields, which, because it is more not so expensive to do in the green fields, we rolled out fiber to the home. So by implementing this national broadband project, we were able to offer customers higher speeds of at least 10 Mbps, which we were not able to do in the stage of only the copper lines. But of course, we're not rolling out fiber just to offer 10 and 20 Mbps. We still have some implementations to do, such as phasing out the EDSL modems. We're in that stage right now, and by doing so, very soon we will be able to offer our customers higher speeds because we're phasing out ADSL and putting in the VDSL modems. And another thing that we did regarding our digital transformation is improving our mobile broadband. We didn't only improve the LTE service in a way that we reach very high speeds, but we also had the opportunity to offer, to implement 5G. It is not an extensive network. We focused only on the commercial and the governmental area in Paramaribo. We implemented 30 sites. The 5G service we implemented is the non-standalone version. There is a standalone and a non-standalone. The difference is that the non-standalone is connected with some 4G elements still in it, and the standalone has only 5G elements in it. It is the normal way to grow from 4G to 5G, and for now, we are not thinking about expanding it. We had very big challenges with handsets providers, especially Apple and Samsung, because they think that they need to approve our network. And it took us, we launched the 5G service on the 25th of November in 2019, and it was March 2022, last year, that Apple finally approved our network. At least they did. We're still waiting on Samsung. So, and most of our customers have Samsung handsets. So it is not at this moment very attractive to implement, to expand the 5G network. So, and this comes to the fact that, you know, these companies, they think we're small countries, you know, small countries, they do not have a lot of attention for us. They're focused on the bigger countries, they're focused on the developed countries, and while we were trying to eliminate the digital divide, we got put in the back. So again, an effort that we can join ourselves within Kanto to get more attention for the ICT development in our region. Excuse me. I just mentioned that we implemented 30 sites, the non-standalone version, and at our launch, because we only had the Huawei phones that were connected on the mobile network, the 5G, but we offered 5G fixed service, which was really appreciated by our business customers. This is what we have defined as our roadmap to digital transformation, to transform from the classical telecom operator to become the trusted digital communication service partner. And we highlighted some areas which need improvement, such as customer delight, and we need to accomplish that by implementing smart technology, and implementing the smart technology must also be a result in a sustainable financial position of our company, and we need our people to do so. So togetherness is also a part which is of high importance for us. because also it's not only that we are implementing technology, we need people for it, we need people who are working for over 20 and 30 years within our company who also need to make a mind shift. A mind shift because to perform in the digital age, we need to create new habits, develop new habits, and therefore we put a lot of focus also on our people. During this journey and the development of this strategy, we realized, hey, we're also focused on sustainable development goals. For instance, the SDG 9 and the SDG 13. The SDG 9 because we are implementing innovation, infrastructure in an innovative way within our industry. And while we're doing this, we realized that at a certain point, we will not be in need of to use paper anymore. So we decided, listen, we cannot implement a lot of technology and continue with a lot of paper. So what we will do is to phase out paper and become a paperless company, and we strive to achieve that by the end of this year. It takes also that we must educate our customers, because it means also that whenever you do a payment at our branches, that you will not receive a receipt anymore, a physical receipt. You will receive a digital receipt. So that is something also where we are working on, also to educate our customers. And having mentioned that, it is something that is related to SDG 13. Also, we are focused a lot, as I mentioned, on togetherness on the previous slide. So we also need to work on the mind shift of our employees, because take into consideration you have people of different ages within our company, and also they will need to make that mind shift. I was having this joke with, again, Professor Newman this morning, and I told him, and he showed me very proudly the Canto program to point to me when I was speaking, and I was looking at his paper and thinking, man, we also need to work on our own digital transformation within Canto. We also have a journey there. And I told him we need to phase this paper out. And then he was like, but man, listen, you need to take into consideration my age. So we will work on the SDG 3 with you so that you can participate in this as well. So allow me to introduce to you now a very energetic young man who will assist me in not predicting a cashless future, but to create one.
I'm sadly not this tall, so I gotta move this down. Good morning, all. I didn't get an introduction by the MC, so I'll have to do it myself.
You were a surprise.
Surprise. My name is Kiran Shong, I'm 26 years old. I do business innovations at the Southern Commercial Bank, and the Southern Commercial Bank is one of the entities that, together with Telesur, launched the Unified Pay app. Before I start the actual presentation, I want to thank you, Mike, and his amazing team at Telesur and the Canto team for allowing Unified Pay to present himself here. Thank you. Okay, so don't predict a cashless future, create one. So digital payments is an essential part in the e-Suriname vision. As Mike just mentioned, e-Suriname, one of the important parts is e-payments, digital payments, which of course is the start for a lot of digital services, because somewhere for some things you would need to pay. So Telesur is busy connecting a lot of people to their network, and not only connecting them, but doing it at greater speeds. And this gives us the opportunity to deliver financial services to these connected people. So I would like to give you first some history on Unified Pay. I'm not sure if everyone is known with it. In Suriname, definitely we are. So Unified Pay we launched in August of 2019 on the Sauna Marak together with Telesur. And a market is a quite weird place to launch such a digital mobile wallet. You would think it would be in a place like this. But we had a specific focus. Although the app can be accessed by everyone with an ID card or a phone number, the actual focus was on the unbanked. How can we deliver financial services to these people? Because everyone should have access to financial services. So that's why the Sauna Marak was a perfect place to do this launch. And together with Telesur, it is our vision to foster financial inclusion through these innovative services. Okay. We would like to stress that Unified Pay is a real mobile wallet solution based on the four-party model. That means that for now, we have UnionPay cards bound in the app based on their QR technology, but it is possible to bind any other card from any other network, from any other bank in this app. So this opens up the wallet to all. For instance, very soon, together with the Surinamese Postal Bank, we will launch binding of their debit cards and their prepaid cards in the app. This also has to do with some government project, which I will discuss a bit later on. And then later this year, we will be able to bind MasterCard in the app. This really opens up the app to be a real mobile wallet solution, having different cards added to the app. Okay. One of the nice things we did was actually together with Telesur, we started the in-app utility payments, basically meaning that you can pay your Telesur, EBS, and SRAM. So EBS is the electricity bill, SRAM the water bills in the app. That allows anyone that has the app to bind their account and real-time retrieve invoices and also real-time make payments anywhere from your phone. And on the other hand, the big product of us, that's a mobile top-up in-app purchase that allows Telesur and Digicel account holders to buy airtime at any moment through their app. This really shows the true power of a mobile solution. But of course, this solution would not fit all. So for all use cases of different merchants, we try to develop something specifically for them. For instance, the static and dynamic QR codes we developed for the smaller merchants. Being able to accept payments at a really easy and cheap way, that was one of our focuses. But of course, you have bigger merchants. For them, we developed a teller integration solution, whereas for existing point-of-sale programs, we were able to fully integrate with them. So digital payments, QR payments, we were able to do with their existing systems. One thing that we're developing, what we're really proud of and hoping to launch soon, is pay at the pump. So these devices, as you see on the middle picture, allow us to have 24/7 unattended petrol stations in Suriname. The problem was always, how do you pay? You would need an attendant, but now we don't need to because we have digital payments. What we also focus on are APIs for e-commerce, because during the pandemic, we saw a lot of people needed to sell online, but payments was always an issue. Therefore, we really focused our attention to develop APIs for the e-commerce sphere. And also app-to-app payments. For instance, our partner, Right Eats, it's a food delivery app. We integrated with them as the first proof of concept that we can do app-to-app payments. Okay, this is the interesting part. So the government is currently working on the social beneficiary program, called it the SBP. The Southern Commercial Bank is part of that. And actually what they're aiming to do is to digitalize the onboarding, but also the payment of social benefits. And that project is broken down into two parts. So on the one hand, we have the social benefits registration platform. The idea behind this is that everyone should be able to register very easily. Currently, you need a whole docket of paper and everything to register, but actually, you should be able to do it with your national ID card. So what we're trying to do now, and hopefully also together with Telesur, is make the connection to various government databases. They have the expertise, they have the technologies, they have the data centers, and with this connection of all databases, we can make real-time cross-verification of data. So basically, someone that wants social benefits would come in and register with only their ID card. We would import all the different data from all different government databases, and based on that, we can make a real-time judgment on whether you should get social benefits or not. This is not only a thing that we have to do in Suriname, but all over the world, social benefits is still a really relevant topic that needs to be discussed. And where digital payments comes in is at the payout stage. Eventually, these beneficiaries should be paid out. And of course, cash payments is very inefficient, unsafe, and expensive, especially in the interior. What we notice is that you would have a big case of cash. You would have to fly to these far-to-reach places and actually have to do the payout in cash, which is inefficient and dangerous. So where digital payments can come in is that these people can have a mobile phone, download the app, and you would receive your payout there. But of course, only having the money doesn't mean anything. You have to be able to use it. That's where our cheap QR payment acceptance methods can work in the interior. By just printing out the QR code, you can stick it on your store, and people can make payments at your store. That's what we're really trying to focus on. So the solution would look a bit like this, where in the middle we would have a social beneficiary platform, which is connected to all various government databases. With this platform, people would do the registration either online or at the branch, and eventually the system can calculate the payout. Do you get water subsidy, electricity subsidy, all those different topics we can combine and then actually make the payout digitally and efficiently. So to refer back to the opening statement, digital payments is an essential part in the e-Suriname vision, but to realize this vision, we cannot do it alone. Partnerships are very essential in this, and that's why I welcome you all to have an open discussion with us on how to realize this vision. Thank you.